Welcome, Virgo. Welcome to In Spiritual Tarot. I'm here to do your June 2021 reading. So this is for the collective sign of Virgo. It could be sun, moon, or rising as well. And it's not going to resonate for everyone, so please take what resonates and throw out what doesn't. So let's go ahead and jump in. I got kind of a little theme here I'm going to be focusing on, as well as I'm using through 3 of the Wild Unknown decks, which is the Archetype, the Tarot, and the Animal Spirits. And then with those, I'm going to be using the Life Coaching Oracle, Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle, as well as at the end, we're going to get a postcard from Spirit for a message. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the theme for June for Virgo. Let's go ahead and get a theme. We're going to pull 2 cards to get a theme for June. So what do you want to bring forth, Spirit, for Virgo? Okay, so we actually have the orphan. The orphan, let's see what this orphan's about. So it could be like feeling abandoned, alone, isolated. Some of you could be maybe adopted. Maybe you don't know your birth parents, but I think there's a deeper meaning than that. But take a look at that card. We're going to go ahead. It's number 5. We're going to go ahead and read that card. The orphan. Feeling like you don't fit in the world. Okay, so this orphan says, I'll hold it up for you. So it's the wonder child, the abandoned, the beggar. To study the orphan is to study the deep and challenging energy of our time. We are ever more connected, yet face collective isolation. The refugee crisis haunts our planet. Children are separated from parents, and the earth begs for our attention. We are in a time of universal orphanage of nature, of each other, of our own hearts. Take refuge in the fact that we all share this core wound and dilemma. It is normal to fear this card as it haunts the caverns of our soul. When it appears, take time, real time, to be in the presence of the feelings this card stirs in you. Let it humble you. What are you starving for? What is your deepest gift you could imagine giving to others? What has been rejected is quite possibly what is most needed, dear one. Oh, that really touches a core there. So let's see. It is true. Like the world, like we have so much technology and ability to connect with others, and yet we're so much more isolated. I was thinking of it the other day on social media. I've kind of stepped back from it. I'll check in once in a while, but I see all these people posting things about their life. A lot of them it's the same thing over and over. But to me, it's like, and I'm not saying I never was there, because I was, but it's such like a desperate cry of like companionship and connection. And yet they won't go out and really have companionship or connection with real people. It's more like through social media from acquaintances that maybe they just met like one time at work or on passing, or friends of other friends. You know what I mean? It's really kind of sad. I see so many more people isolated and alone, feeling alone than ever, right? So it also says, access this archetype through creative acts like drawing, painting, or writing. Keep it simple. Ask the orphan what it wants to draw and make and say. These words are so tiny. Tenderness beyond tenderness is required. I imagine holding yourself in your hands to recognize that each one of your fears, rejection, and isolation is to take one step toward the orphan. More kindness always. So I'm really also getting like, be kind to yourself, like really tap into that inner child of you and nurture it, give it love, let it know its worth. When light, it's deep solace, deep acceptance, deep love. When dark, it's distance, hates and avoids, controlling and limiting. If you want to go deeper, look into Mary Oliver's The Kitten. So that might be something, I don't know, I guess that's a book, I'm not sure, but so there's something about this isolation and aloneness and disconnection. So let's see what else is coming out with the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. Let's see what else is the theme for you. So this month you might be really feeling distant and isolated, not connected with people, maybe not feeling like you fit in. We're going to do it this way. So now we have soulmate. The relationship is a match made in heaven. So I'm really getting that this is what you're like. You would really love to have somebody that really connects with you, for your authenticity, for who you really are, and not play games anymore. You want somebody that's really going to be there, not like you turn their back and they're gone, or you say something they don't like it. This is what you really want. So you're kind of pulling back from society because you're not liking the way things are in the world today, like the way people act. Their superficiality, they're like arguing, they're chaos, they're not being authentic. I really think that's really affecting you this month. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get past influences affecting you this month. So first we're going to pull a animal spirit card. Let's see what else is coming up with past experience. So that was quick. We got the lizard. The lizard. Well, he kind of seems like really independent, and he doesn't really connect with people that much, does he? Let's see what the card says, or the book says. Lizard. Okay, let's see if we can find this lizard. You know, lizard. Also, you know, he can survive in like extreme dry heat, which is also like the desert. So it's kind of isolated, right? Barren. Okay. So this lizard is instinctual, sensitive to the subtle dreamer. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception, as if it has sixth sense. The lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Yeah. So a lot of you too might be empaths out there. So all that energy, that's why you're isolating yourself as well, is you're stepping back because you just can't, it's draining you, right? So, all right. So big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. When in balance, it's artistic, telepathic, spiritual. When out of balance, it's elusive, non-committal, and flaky. And to bring it into balance, a creative project. Yeah. So, I think we had that with this too. So it's like right now, you're just kind of doing your own thing. You're doing your own creative projects, staying kind of to yourself, because you're just getting drained by all that. It's too much, right? So, let's get some tarot. Where's my tarot deck? Here they are. Get some tarot on this. It's coming out for Virgo, June 2021. Okay, how many is that? So, wow, we have two major arcana. So we have Temperance, was all about getting that balance back, and that's what you're trying to do because this was just draining you. And then Justice. So, you know, standing in your integrity, letting the universe take care of all that rest, you know, let it take care of the karma. You're just like, you're not wanting to deal with it anymore. You just want to be in your own space, stay to yourself and not deal with all that. Although it does make you lonely because you would love to have a soulmate, whether that's a friendship or a relationship. So let's see what else is coming up. And this card here, it's interesting because it has the black and white cat. It's kind of like the dark and the light, the yin and the yang. So that's kind of balancing too, right? And then it's got that sword coming through. So that's like that clarity, that mental clarity. Interesting. So I think you're going to gain a lot of clarity when you get this balance. And you just step away and forgive whatever's happened to you. If anything, if any negative things have happened or any hurt, you're just letting spirit and the universe take care of it. You're like, you know, I've forgiven. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. And look, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning in your material world. It could be a new place to live, new money coming in. It could be a new project, also a new career. So it's more like in the material world. So you could be starting a new job. You know, this could have had something to do with your old job and you're just like, I got to get out of here. So you might be moving into a new job, got a new job offer. So that's the past influence affecting you. So it's moving you out of that. You're kind of stepping away now, whatever that chaos was. Okay, so now we are going to get roadblocks for the month. What roadblocks are coming in for Virgo for 2021? What roadblocks? Well, interesting. We have the eagle and the unicorn. Wow. So this is kind of like that magical thinking, but the eagle, he flies high and sees everything. He's independent. He's free. But he's a good observer. He sees like the higher perspective. So what I'm getting that the roadblock would be is you're not seeing the big picture. You know, you like being delved into this mess. You were kind of just like, you know, seeing only what's around you. So you really need to take a step up and really look at the big picture. And the unicorn is kind of like mystical and magical, you know, and trust in that magic. Maybe you're not trusting that because of all the stuff that's went down. You're, you know, withdrawn. So let's go ahead and see what the book's saying they mean from the author's point of view. Okay, let's see if I can find ego first. These are not alphabetical, so it's a little more difficult to find, but we'll find it. Okay, so the eagle, all-pervading power, truth seeker, and transforms karma. Well, there's your transforming karma. So if you are thinking that you have to get revenge in any way, it's saying let the universe take care of it. You know, we cannot take care of karma. The universe has to take care of that, okay? Because that's just going to create more karma for you. So, and bad karma, not good karma. So this says, the noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. Yeah, so that's like your spiritual well-being and the clarity. And you did have that sword coming through between those two cats, right? So, yeah, so you have to get balance and gain those. Like go within and really get clear on things and become passionate about your creativity so you are not delving into what's going on the outside. You know, that'll help balance you out. So this says, the eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stop at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. When in balance, you're bright, radiant, and challenges. When out of balance, it's controlling. And to bring it to balance, step into the unknown. Yep. And that's interesting because this unicorn is kind of like unknown, right? Let's step into the unknown. So let's go ahead and see what this unicorn is. That's like a really mystical, spiritual card. So let's go ahead and see what's coming up for the unicorn. What message? Okay. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes and no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and awakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating, and inexplicably. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp. So, you know, reaches out to grasp more. You are the unicorn and you have begun your quest for the answers. Yeah, so yeah, you're going to be getting this clarity, I think. This is just like a roadblock right now because you're not seeing the bigger picture. But this eagle spirit is coming in to help you see things clearer, delve into your higher self, tap into the divine, know that there's more out there and trusting in that. So I think that's why more too, you're like, on your alone now, like you kind of took a step back because just all this cash, you're thinking like there has got to be more than this, right? So you've kind of taken a step back and you've gone within and exploring that. So right now it's a roadblock, but I really think you're going to get it balanced out. And like it said, do something creative. If you write, sing, paint, whatever, tap into that. And then you'll be more connected as well with spirit and your higher self. Okay, so now we are going to get some tarot on these. Put those over there. Let's see what's coming out with this eagle and this unicorn for what is blocking us this month. So we have the Hermit. Well, look, there you go. You need to go within and see, look, this is that light. This is like, you know, you're your own beacon of light. That's your light shining out. So tapping into yourself, like going within, really listening to your intuition, being curious and question about what spirituality means to you, the meaning of life, things like that. After all this other stuff and feeling isolated and alone. So I think you're going to get out of that feeling lonely stage, and you're going to start feeling like good with yourself, because you're going to figure out what this higher meaning is to you, your spirituality, what life kind of means. Okay, so now we have the Five of Swords. Five, is that? Yeah, Five of Swords. Well, you know, usually fives are never that great, right? So let's see what else is coming out. I think you're tired of feeling lost and failure. This is the Five of Swords. Now we have the Son of Swords. So this is the Knight of Swords. So you have two air energies. So like being in your head a lot. So, you know, that's the five is all about like failure, defeat, loss. So I think, you know, you might feel like you've lost something, and that might be also why you're feeling lonely. So now you kind of went in, and you're really exploring what spirituality means to you, the deeper meaning of life, all that stuff. So you're really exploring that with that Hermit card. And re-examining like why you feel failure or loss or anything like that. Really considering those lessons that you've learned. You know, maybe that rejection, if you've ever had rejection over your life, it was actually protection, right? So really kind of understanding more the deeper meaning of life. And then we have this Knight of Swords. So this is somebody that's ambitious and action-oriented, right? Driven to succeed. So I really think, like, see how he's like going forward really quick with this sword. Mental clarity. So you gain that mental clarity and you take action on it. You know, with ambition, you get motivated and you're like, you know, there's more to life than just this, and I'm going to go out and get it. I'm going to step away from all this chaos in the world. I might not be able to solve all the problems, but I can solve a little bit within me and people around me, right? So that's what's happening with that. So now we are going to get, let me pull these over, possibilities coming in for you this month, Virgo. So let's go ahead and get an animal spirit for possibilities coming in for Virgo for June 2021. We got two again. So you got the golden egg and the raccoon. All right, so let's see what these are. So this little guy is, you know, he's pretty like, what is the word I'm looking for? He's pretty independent. He's pretty, like, gets through life on his own, manages things. He's, like, goes out in the night and really seeks for his things. He protects his family. He takes care of himself. He is pretty, I can't think of that damn word. But anyway, he like, is really, maybe I come to me. But he handles himself pretty well. He is independent. Nocturnal, of course. And this golden egg is, like, again, spiritual. Like, who doesn't like the golden egg, right? Every time we'd have an Easter egg hunt with a golden egg was just magic. So this is like magic, your light shining through. So I think, like, this is like somebody that's grounded and balanced. If you stay grounded and balanced, you know, and your light's going to come through, because you're going to tap more into your higher self, your integrity, what life means to you. Balance of your spirituality and your material, physical world. So this is like spirituality, this is your material world. So it's going to be balanced out. So let's go ahead and see if we can get the meanings of these cards. Raccoon. Yeah, so like I said, he's nocturnal. It says that he's shadowy and hiding. It also says he's talented, which they are. They can, geez, they can do all kinds of stuff, little buggers. So raccoon energies at play with all artists is greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness. Tenacity, maybe that's what I was thinking. With a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let you off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. So, the book meaning is saying something about your creativity that it keeps telling you to tap into. You might really have a hidden talent there, but you are not seeing it. So, it's time to believe in yourself and go after that creativity, you know? Have that confidence. Really work on it, whatever it is. You might be wanting to do some kind of a career with it, whatever it is, and you just are doubting yourself. So, this might be coming up for you this month. All right, so it says, when in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. And to bring into balance, make new work. So, start something new with this. You know, even if it's just like volunteering, like if you play music, go volunteer at some gathering or wedding or church or coffee shop or whatever. Now that things are opening up more. Okay, and then we have this golden egg. Let's see what this is about. Almost there, in the right section. Golden egg. Okay, so this golden egg is message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of the modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. Well, you've been isolating yourself and you're going into hermit mode, so maybe you're hearing this now, this message. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra, or meditation. If you do not have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection and contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to its response to you. Engaging and hearing the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. Okay, so you're going to be getting this message like from your higher self. It's just been chaos and draining, so you haven't been really listening to it. So it's really saying whatever you do, meditation, I'm really getting to whatever your creative idea is also peaceful to you and might give you some insight. Okay? So, now we're going to get some tarot. Okay, so now we have the Tower. So something either is coming or has already done, and that might be why you're in isolation too and more doubtful of yourself. This is something that has gotten shaken up and come to an end. It crumbled down. So now it's kind of like clear that out. Clear whatever it out, and that's what I think you're going through now. So the possibility this month is it's going to get cleared out. You know, and you're going to get like balanced. You're going to start having a little fun, tapping into your creativity. You're going to hear, gain some clarity and get some messages from your higher self or spirit. Let's see what else will come in. You're going to start like more believing in yourself. Like if you have some creative endeavor you're doing and you've had doubts about it, you're going to gain some clarity. And now we have the Daughter of Cups. This is the Page of Cups. Oops. And the Fool. Okay, so something's shaking up. You know, and you're kind of like dusting things off now. The Page, the Daughter of Cups or the Page of Cups is more about creative opportunities. So, an intuitive message. And you've already got, you know, messages coming in, clarity. And this is kind of that play creative energy. And there was a couple other ones in here about creative. So really tapping into that creative energies, or you might be getting like a message from that again. So you're getting messages from spirits, some kind of manifestation of from your creativity. And you're going to be starting on this new journey. You're going to be taking a risk. So these are the possibilities coming in for you this month. It looks pretty good. Just a few things to clear up. So, see, going within and isolating yourself for a little while has done some wonders, huh? Paying off, maybe. Okay, so now we're going to get our last card, which is a postcard from Spirit. Just a message from Spirit for Virgo. Okay, so let's see what's coming up. So let's see what Spirit has to say to you. Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal of the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Well, isn't that something? Because you got that card with the golden egg, that things have been hidden, right? So you're starting to realize these things. I think that tower just kind of cleared things out. And once the dust settled, you started being able to see clearly and step back and look at things at a, you know, higher picture, higher perspective, like from that eagle's point of view. Okay, so check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what will become of it. But if you do not take the first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliar, you'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and supported. So again, with something like that Fool's Journey, taking a risk and moving forward, getting that hidden message with the golden egg, tapping into your creativity. We had a few cards of that. And discovering the mystery and magic of yourself. You know, so all you have to do is step back, look at the higher picture, and tap into the higher self and divine, and be creative with whatever you do. So that is your message, Virgo. So looks like a pretty good month for you. So take care. Bye.